These are my sketchbooks and my finished work from the first quarter of my year of painting. I've been working on a lot of different composition practice with pencil and watercolor. Working like this helps me to get an idea of the colors that I want to use in the paintings and also how I want to set up the painting or compose the subjects. One thing I want to get better at is working with a limited palette. So working with color blending and color charts using a limited number of colors has really been helpful and helps me to see how I can mix very light colors all the way to very deep colors only using a limited number of pigments. I worked on a lot of different flower designs this first quarter and they were really fun. In the next quarter I'm going to be working more on leaves and leaf shapes. Some of them will be from life and other ones from sketches I've made in the past. Here I was testing out some of my least used brushes and my calligraphy brushes. And each of my sketchbooks pretty much has a supply test page. I hope you liked seeing that sketchbook. The next one is a square format and I was working on some sunflower sketches. I had some panels that I haven't painted on yet and I haven't decided if I want to use acrylic or oils for these, but I'm looking forward to seeing how they turn out. These are sketches from a bouquet that my mom had, and then I worked on some sketches from memory, some designs to see how they would look on a square format because I don't always work on that format. And some 5-petal sketches here and more floral designs, except this time they're in pastel, wax pastel. At this point I'm looking at the watercolor on loose paper, and this one I made a video of my process of watercolor and colored pencil. Those are the floral designs, and I have some on, oh, this is another one. Okay, this is on paper and I had used watercolor on the first pages and then I switched over to oil pastel on the one on the right. And I was working on that design of like maybe making a starburst of flowers. I haven't really worked it out yet how I can make it look how I imagined it, but I'm practicing. So this is what it looks like, the oil pastel, and then this back page is the watercolor. This is the marker sketches on pigment marker paper. It's one of my favorite marker papers, and I was using Spectrum Noir markers, and I was just working with a violet, mainly violet color palette, and then I switched over to the pink color palette. It was fun. It was a fun exercise. It's not my favorite way to draw or make my artwork, but it was fun. I was really glad that I could make some finished designs, and these are watercolor mixed media on paper. This is the smaller size that I made, the 9x12s. I also made some larger ones on 12x18 watercolor paper, and these are also watercolor mixed media. So I used watercolor and colored pencils on these also. I've enjoyed this first part of my painting challenge and everything that I've been able to make. I have really learned a lot. And last but not least for today is this giant tempera sketch I made. Thank you so much for joining me today and watching, and I'll see you next time.